right. Good evening, everyone. We're live. Welcome in. So, okay, we don't have anyone here yet, so we're going to give people a chance to come on in. And when we see some comments, we will be back. Okay, let's go to the comments. Hi, R Circle Plus. How are you doing this evening? I'm gonna give people a chance to come on in. Ooh, it's raining outside.
Raining hard.
But it was rather warm today. I'm good. How are you, ladies?
We
We're
okay.
doing great. We're doing good.
It's raining up here, Debbie.
Yes, it is. Hi, Kay. How are you
so
doing
much
this
for joining
evening?
us.
Thank you for joining us.
It's raining.
Yes, it is. All right, guys, we apologize. We're back from our commercial break. Kay was saying hi to us, and we were asking her how she's doing, and everyone in the chat. She said I'm good. We're doing well ourselves. Oh wow, send some rain our way. Really?
I think Debbie was talking about the weather the other day in one of her videos. She was saying that it was hot, and I was commenting. I love the warm weather. You like cold?
No, I don't.
No,
I
you don't like cold? Okay,
I'm not
you
a
say
big
you
fan.
prefer cold weather. I prefer hot.
Yeah,
I'm a summer baby, July.
yeah.
So
Not a big fan.
hot works for me.
Yeah. DJ's Adventures and Beyond. Hi. How are you doing this evening? So we're going to try to wait a few more minutes and we're going to get started with our topic soon. We just like to give people a chance to notice that we're live. Since we don't schedule, you guys know that. Hi, Patricia.
Thank you so much for joining us. I think this may be Patricia's first time with us. Is that right?
Yeah, it looks like you're new here, so thank you for coming in.
Yeah, I think we follow her. Gospel Time.
Hi, Gospel Time.
Yes, guys, as you come in, if you can please.
Thank you.
Give this video a thumbs up. If you can share us out, we'll be appreciative.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Alvin.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
How are you doing?
Okay, so I guess that's it. You want to kind of get started?
Sure.
So since I'm holding them up.
Yeah. So let's talk about tonight's topic. So we have a very interesting question for you all. So, okay, so here's the question. If you guys had a friend and, let's just say mom and someone else is in a relationship and I knew that her partner was cheating, would you guys say, hey, I'm going to say something? I can't just stand by and, let this happen? Or are you kind of like the person like, gotta mind my business, that's not my problem? Like, what exactly would you guys do?
And bear in mind, this can be a spouse,
Yeah.
or just a relationship in general.
Mhm.
So, to reiterate, you're in a relationship,
Mhm.
and you know, whether that be the man or the female, that they're cheating
Mhm.
on your best friend.
Yeah.
Are you obligated to tell her because you're friends, or you just want to mind your business and say, look? But also the second part of the question, would you try to tell your best friend, hey, this is wrong, you shouldn't be doing it,
this.
or you going to 100% stay out of it?
What do you guys think?
What do you think?
Alvin said he's good.
Everyone write me down, guys, so you can connect to me.
Yes. Hi Frank.
Hi, Frank. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Frank said no because some people won't believe you.
Frank, but I hear what you're saying.
Oh, I
But
know what
you
Frank is
know-
talking about. I know.
No, because some people won't believe
I know
you.
what Frank. I know.
But Frank, if
he's
you've
coming
been
from.
friends with the person for quite some time,
Mhm.
I like to think if you're best friends, would that person know that you?
Yeah, but I see where Frank is coming from though.
Okay.
I see his point of view.
And
as to-
what do you think Frank's point of view is?
I think Frank's point of view is it can be like a jealousy thing. Like I'm over here watching you in a relationship, and it can be, you may see it as, oh, Destiny, you're trying to be jealous. Like he would never do something like that, and I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? I get that.
Okay, Frank. Now that Destiny said her part, let me ask you this. So you tell the person and they don't believe you, and perhaps it ruins the relationship, the friendship.
Yeah.
In other words, she go on or he go on their separate ways.
Yeah.
But later on, whether that be 3 or 4 months from now, you find out, the individual find out that you were telling the truth. Can that relationship be mended? Or you will say to her or him, I tried to tell you, you wouldn't believe me. Is there forgiveness in all of this?
Yeah. It depends on the person.
Can turn on you if you tell. My
My
bestie that passed away a couple of years ago, I tell her. Okay, I see, because it can be kind of
tricky.
it can be kind of tricky.
Mhm.
Kay said, I'm going to mind my business. I told a family member years ago that they got back together and both were mad at me. See, that's the same thing I said. I think I would basically mind my business because it's kind of,
I would have to tell.
you would tell?
I would have to.
It would kind of be tricky, like someone would, and then if the person find out that you knew, like what if
They'll
your
be yeah.
what if your best friend found out that you knew?
Oh, you knew all this
It's
time. You didn't say
and
anything.
you didn't say anything.
It's
so
kind of like it can go wrong both ways,
It
but
can-
I'd rather just tell because
You
it can
rather
honestly
just
go. It can honestly go
I
wrong.
think I might.
Mom said she might mind your
I
business.
don't know. If I see that this person is putting their all into this relationship
Yeah.
and they're not deserving in all of this,
And the reason why I would tell, because I would want someone to tell,
tell
me.
me.
So
Okay,
you
I
have
get
to. It's kind of like you have to treat people wish you wish
be tr-
you want to be treated. Yeah, so you kind of have to treat people the wish
the
where
way
you wish to be treated. So
Mhm.
I would want someone to tell me. That's what I would tell
I think
them.
it would be. Friends will
turn
turn
on you like a
switch.
switch. Ooh.
That is so true.
Kay said that's right, Frank.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I've seen it happen
Mhm.
that you told and the
Mhm.
person just don't want to believe. First of all, denial
Yeah.
tends to come in place. A person, sometimes things can be right there in front of your face and you just don't want to believe it. You see all the red signs, but you just don't want to believe that that person can do. And so, lo and behold, out of the goodness of your heart, you try to go say, hey, he or she is cheating on you. And you say, no, you just jealous because you're not in a relationship or you don't have nobody. So, like you said, you can perhaps ruin your friendship with your best friend.
That is so true.
Forgive the person. I just don't know if I would trust them. They always say, Frank, that I can forgive, but I will never forget.
Yes, absolutely.
So I do understand where Frank is going with this. Because my sister told me that my first ex was cheating.
Yeah. Frank said, I mean, Alvin said that,
his sister told him
yeah,
that his ex was cheating. And Alvin, prior to your sister telling you that, did you see any red flags or any signs that you knew that was there and you didn't want to see it? And how did you feel about it coming from your sister with her having telling you that your ex was cheating on you?
I'm sorry, but I will have to say something.
You have to tell it no matter what.
There's no way I could walk around and be like, hey, girl, and your man's in the background, and I'm like, ooh, like this.
But let me ask you this. What if he knows that you know and you're holding a secret? So
he can be like, don't you dare say anything.
Right.
Ooh, this can go so many ways.
Okay, so you for instance, you're in a relationship and although you didn't tell the best friend, but he knows that you know that you're cheating on her.
Yeah.
So how do you
it can kind of go like,
because I've known people that would then blackmail the person. Like, if you don't want me to tell, then I suggest you do A, B, and C.
It can go so many different ways.
So many ways.
Yes, indeed. Men and women, when they're in a relationship, you can't tell them nothing.
Who they are with or what they will. They turn quickly or try to fight you out or shoot. Hey, Frank.
Frank said they'll try to poke on you.
Frank, this is supposed to be.
No, Frank is so.
Frank, can I tell you something, Frank?
Nothing that Frank
this
said
is supposed to be a serious.
Nothing that Frank said just now was a lie.
Frank, this is supposed to be a serious lie.
I'm dead serious. I know Frank is serious.
Oh, they would shoot you too. Oh my God! I told Frank.
Let me tell you something. Nothing that Frank said was a lie. Nothing that he is saying is a lie.
Oh, Frank, we're finna end this live right now. Frank, don't go. Frank got me. Frank will have me laughing until the morning. I wake. Have you ever been? Have you ever did something, or you can be someplace and you will think of something somebody said, you'll break out
and start laughing,
and people think that you crazy.
Yeah.
Frank, I wake up in the morning thinking about the same thing.
I am keeping in 2024. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Frank said they would shoot you too. Oh, God, what is going on? Frank said they would shoot you.
I would just have to say something. Frank said, LOL. Absolutely. I don't know. It's just, it will be impossible for me to just come around my best friend all the time and be like, hey, girl. And, sometimes her man is in the background. I'm just looking at him with the evil eye like, I know exactly what you're doing. I don't know. It would just eat away at me because I would want, if somebody knew, I would want somebody to call him out in front of me. Like,
but Frank, here's what happens too. I've been in a situation where this is going on at a party, and actually the husband was still away with the person while the wife is actually there. That's bold.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's being bold.
All right, guys, we're going to go to a short commercial break. Please enjoy the music as we take a small break. We'll be back with you soon. All right, we are back.
We had to pause for a second because
Yes.
I had to collect myself because Frank said that they'll shoot you. He was making excuses when I saw him kissing her at work, and this was my birthday in 13 to 15.
That is
Wow.
crazy.
That's bold.
People will do some
That is
crazy
bold.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Hi Angie. Good
Hi,
evening.
Angie. Thank you so much for joining us. Angie, the video that you was doing.
All right.
Guys, I
I
don't
do
want to
apologize
change
about
out
that.
my conversation, but I want to say something to Angie
Mhm.
real quick. Thank you so much for joining us. But Angie, that captain that you tried on in the store, would you tell her that's one of my favorite pieces of garment?
Mhm.
So when Angie showed that, I'm like, oh my God, that let me know that Angie has good taste.
Mhm.
That's a beautiful captain and I'm hoping that she bought it. But let's get back to what we were saying.
I'm sorry. I like to be honest.
yes.
Same
Okay,
Frank
Frank, I
saying.
hear what you're saying.
Absolutely. Happy Hump
Hump
Day.
Day,
We
yes.
consider Hump Day tomorrow.
No, Angie, today Tuesday. Angie say happy hump day today.
Hi Keisha H. Good
Hi,
evening.
Keisha,
How are you?
Thank you for joining us. So Keisha, tell Destiny, Keisha, the conversation of which the
And
topic.
so, well, it's only Tuesday. Yes.
Mhm.
Who just came in? Was that Angie and Keisha?
Mhm.
Guys, we were asking the question to everyone: if your friend is in a relationship and you knew that her partner
Friend or
or
spouse.
spouse was cheating, what would you do? Would you say something? Would you say to yourself, okay, I'm not going to say anything? Would you try to confront him, or like how would you go about the situation? Is what we were asking everyone.
Or would you choose to just mind your business?
Yes. Well, how do you guys feel about that?
Because it can have the potential
Mm-hmm.
to go wrong. Because if you go to her and tell her,
Mm-hmm.
and she don't believe you,
Yeah.
it's a possibility that you may ruin the friendship.
Yeah.
So again, what would you do?
I'm the type of person that likes to have evidence. So I feel like I would tell, but now that I thought about it, I don't know if I can gather enough evidence, or waiting just a little bit can be just too long for me. I don't know. Thanks, I hit myself for not getting it. But yeah. My birthday was yesterday if nobody knew. Oh, happy birthday.
Happy
Frank.
belated birthday, Frank.
Oh no.
May you be blessed with many, many, many more.
Yes,
How did Frank know
absolutely.
His birthday. Guys, if you just can kind of wish Frank a happy birthday.
Everybody wish Frank a happy birthday. Keisha said, nope,
Nope.
mind my business.
See, that's the same thing Kay said. Kay said, I'm going to mind my business. But Keisha, let me ask you something with respect to you. You say that you will mind your business, Keisha, but bear in mind, we're talking about this being your best friend.
Friend.
I mean, this guy or or girl, whether whether that be man or woman,
Mm-hmm.
is hurting your best friend, and
Friend.
you know it.
Oh man, I don't
That
know.
I mean, Keisha, you tell me you would keep it to yourself, Keisha, knowing that this is your best friend, knowing that she's
Mhm.
putting her all in this relationship or marriage, and she's getting hurt, and you know that it. And then Keisha, let me ask you this second part:
Mhm.
when she find out, and she knows that you knew, then what?
It can kind of be like, how dare you?
Mhm.
You know, Angie said I'm not saying anything. Oh, we
Angie
got a
said,
lot of people that's not saying
"Wow."
anything.
Angie said, "Angie, so
Crazy.
me and you friends, and I know, you know Angie for a fact I'm being hurt. Angie, you would not tell me."
This is heartbreaking.
Oh, Angie,
This is a little
I
heartbreaking.
don't know Angie.
Wow.
Angie said she's not gonna tell me.
Mm-mm. Angie said happy birthday to Frank.
Did Debbie chime in on it? Because with her being my relatives, I want to know if she'll come to say to me, Wanda,
Mhm.
did
I did post on my
did she
channel.
did I don't remember if Debbie
Happy
answered.
birthday, Frank.
Yes, happy
Yeah.
again, Frank. Happy
Hi,
birthday to you.
Shintarman.
Hi, Shintarman. Thank you so much for joining us.
Let us know how you're doing.
We appreciate you.
Best friend returning your heartbeat, especially in a relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. And Frank, I've seen it happen before. You go to the person out of the good kindness of your heart, let them know that hey, your boyfriend or your spouse is cheating, and because it's your best friend, you go tell her, and it can go wrong real fast. I don't believe you.
Mhm.
You're trying to ruin my marriage or my friendship.
Yeah.
You know,
Or jealous.
because I think I like to think that either way it can go wrong because if you don't tell, then you feel bad. But if she finds out that you
Knew.
that you
It's
knew,
not gonna make it any
you
better.
you can perhaps lose her friendship still.
Mhm.
So it can be kind of
Wishy-washy.
wishy-washy. Like I think that I would have to tell.
Oh, so you're changing your decision.
I think because to have somebody hurt in Destiny,
and you can possibly
and
stop
you can
it.
possibly stop it. But what I think that I would do is I would get proof positive.
Yeah, that's what I would try to
Like
get
I would,
evidence
I
if
think that I
can.
will make sure that when I go
You go armed and dangerous.
armed to days, but then she can also say to me, "Well, Wanda, why did you go to the extreme
Mhm.
of finding out? What if she don't want to know?"
It's a never-ending
See,
situation.
it can be tricky.
Alvin said my birthday's April 15th. Oh, Alvin's birthday
It's
coming,
coming
up.
up. Okay. Have done the right thing with a family member and a good friend. Both accuse me of lying or acting like my friendship's perfect, rather than addressing the trash in her life. No, Keisha said I see.
I feel like it also can extend in personal experience if it has happened. You try to
Keisha
speak
said she
up.
want to mind her business. I hear you.
Debbie said, "Yes, Wanda, I would tell."
She said, "Yeah." Debbie said, "Thank you." Debbie says, "I would."
Someone agree with me.
I really would want to know
Mhm.
because what if this person have no intention
Mhm.
of stopping? How and then if you find out,
Yeah.
how long has it been going on? How long?
Mhm. What if you? I mean, when
What if
you
he-
find out is just when you're finding out. How long has the paper trail been, extended? How far does it
So
go back?
guys, since you said that, then I'm going to take this conversation a step further. If you say that you wouldn't tell,
Mhm.
would you say that a person can love two women at the same time? Because I was told that he can only love one and be infatuated with the other. What do you think, guys?
Let us know. And Frank said it can go bad regardless.
Yes, it
I
can go
agree.
bad either way. So it's like you almost kind of stuck. It's just that whatever decision I think that you're going to make, you're going to have to live with it
Yeah.
either way because you can hurt her more than
Yeah.
you know the necessary. Or she might have said, "But why, Destiny? You told me."
Yeah.
So I guess you're going to have to be the one to take that chance.
I don't know. For me, it feels like
Mhm.
you didn't tell
Tell
me.
me?
Like the amount of rage. Like
Yeah,
how could you stand there? I don't.
And
I guess it's just me. Like
this. I don't want no one to tell me either. I'm honestly one of the mind. I'm honest. I am honestly of the mind that if I'm not oblivious and living a happy life, let me. Okay.
One is different. Wow. I would say it's gonna be 30.
Okay.
I was where he's coming up.
Women can have two women and still be in a relationship. Women can have two men and still be in a relationship. Yes. But Frank, the question is, can two men love? Can a man love two women?
Or a woman love two men?
Or vice versa?
Because I always heard the thing that...
Because I heard people say I love both of them.
Yeah. I heard the thing of, if you have one soulmate, then it's impossible for you to love someone else. But what happens if... I feel like, well, they said you only have one soulmate. But if you get married and that person passes on, then you find love again. It was just like, oh, that kind of doesn't... That kind of doesn't sound right.
I had a friend. She was telling me that she met a man at the food store. It turned out it was my aunt's husband. Oh, wow. I could tell my aunt, but she already knew. No, she is a whore. Wow. Wow. But Angie, I hear what you're saying, but the man has to be willing, just vice versa. In other words, I hear women say, or guys say, that I took your man, or a woman say to a girl or a wife, I took your man. No, you didn't take him. He had to be willing to go.
I'm sorry,
Angie say couldn't.
I'm sorry.
I want you to stop and just listen at yourself, woman. I took your man. No, he was willing to go. And if that means he wasn't mine in the first place.
I'm so sorry, guys, but when I hear that statement, I took your man. You can't take you and me. No, you brought the idea up to me. He would say, okay, and he was willing, but you can't steal someone. You can't steal human beings.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Let us know how you're doing. Oh God, I cracks me up every time you can't steal
the next time we get back to you, we want to know if you would tell your best friend or your best friend if his wife or the opposite was cheating. Would you keep it to yourself, or you will let the person know that they're being cheated on?
Oh God, I'm so sorry. You can't steal a human being.
Yes.
And she said hi to Kenneth. Frank said
he really didn't want to be with her. Right, that's true. If he's willing to go, just that easy. If I can come up to Frank and say to Frank X, Y, and Z, and he's willing to leave his partner, I mean,
or stay with her,
or stay with
Yeah. Wait, I had something on the tip of my tongue too. I forgot. I can't say good.
But if I find out Frank is cheating on me, I'm gonna gut him like a fish.
Yes, because that's just so hard. Like, I don't know how people do that.
Frank said one number to kill you.
Same with women too.
Yes, same with women. Because women do the same thing, and I think.
That's what I wanted to say.
It may sound like I don't want to be. I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but they say women can cheat. I mean, both women can cheat easily than men. In other words, they can get away with it more. But I beg to differ with that, because I like to think that whatever person wants to do, they're going to do it. So it's not about who's better at it, because I've known men that they've been cheating for years, and women they've cheat, for years. So when they say women don't cheat or men don't. It just depends.
Or what about
how deceitful you want to be?
Yeah. What about that saying that don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband?
Yeah. Or either like, if you're not going to love me, move out the way so get out of line so I can see the next person behind you.
Absolutely.
Because I like to think, guys, that saying, that song, to be loved and fooled is a crying shame. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. I think deceit. I think I'd rather for someone to just tell me that we're through. Yeah, it's so hard about that.
What is so hard about just saying, hey,
we're done.
I just don't want to do this anymore, and just deciding, let the person walk away, but to hold them and dog them out, and I don't get it.
But you know what, Destiny? Mommy, we always talk about this.
Of course.
Some people say why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me the truth? But what do some people say? You can't handle the truth. Like if I would have came to you and say, baby, I'm done. I've heard women go through extreme of entrapment then. Oh baby, I'm pregnant, you can't, or if you can't leave me, and if you leave me, then they threaten harm to themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so some people can't, you have to be careful of what you ask for. Some people just can't handle it. Although not happening in my house, I knew several family members with multiple wives. It is a cultural, yeah, I think I know.
Religious
Yes, it's a cultural religious thing. It's 22 years. I hope I'm all the woman my husband needs as he's all for me. You know what, Keisha, that is a wonderful statement. And I'm going to stay with it for just a second. I think, Keisha, what I hear you saying, like I know different people, like from, and I say this with the utmost respect, like I know like Muslims or Africa, like people from Africa can have multiple wives. I don't know, and I'm hoping that someone will chime in. I don't think that I can ever be in a relationship where there's 2 or 3 women in the household. Or you know what I'm saying, where I'm sharing one partner. I know they say for each man there's 7 women, because they said, I think they said we have a shortage of men, or is that, can somebody chime in on? But I don't think that I can be in a relationship like that.
That seems crazy. Keisha saying hi to everyone.
Just leave,
or I will put you out.
or I will put you out. Yes. I caught my ex cheating coming from
work
early. Wow. Oh, wow, Frank. Oh,
Honestly,
wow.
I mean, I rather catch the person in the act too. That way, I know, like, hey, like, there's nothing you could say against that.
I don't think, guys, I want to catch the person in the act. I don't know if I have a willingness to go to
Like-
jail for murder.
Like if you
No, I'm
if you
just
walked up
joking.
on your husband or wife sitting at a table in a restaurant with someone, it's like, okay, like you can't deny this. Like, well, what's
But what
going
if
on
it's
here?
innocent?
Oh, it could be, but I'm saying, like, you know, you can kind of see the way based on in which they're talking. That's like, oh, it don't seem
So,
like a friend.
and guys, let me ask you this. So, if you're in a relationship and I'm saying personal information, or I'm sharing intimacy with someone outside of the relationship, is it cheating?
Yeah, because consider that cheating.
Some people
so.
don't like, if we're in a relationship, you and I, Desi, let's use us for an example, and I'm going outside the marriage or relationship, and I'm discussing whether that be what we do on a personal level, what we talk about on an intimate level, you know, just things that I don't think that you should be sharing with someone else. If you're going outside a relationship and you're talking about it, I hear people say it's called emotional cheating. So what do you think, guys?
I like to think it is too.
Mm-hmm.
Keisha said, "Yeah, no, I'm not
You
interested
should
in
say
sharing my husband."
See, Keisha, that's not. I'm not sharing my husband with anybody.
I can imagine.
Not my family always say to me, you know, Destiny, that I'm an only child, that I've been selfish. I have a little selfishness. I don't think that's selfish. I don't think I'm going to share I'm sure I'm not sharing my husband with anybody.
That is a bit much.
And she still wanted me after the fact. I didn't want her. I hear you. Frank said it's a one and done deal. I don't. Guys, can I ask you something? If there is infidelity in a relationship, Keisha, you know, we talk about the power of forgiveness. Do you see yourself forgiving your husband if he cheated? Do you think that you can work past this?
I refuse to share my
With another man.
I agree.
What hurts? Someone telling you they want to be with you anymore, or cheating on you? Wow. I think it would be cheating. I don't think that a man or a woman should have to tell you more than once that they don't want you.
But Shatama asked, what would hurt more, them cheating on you or them telling you? I would definitely think that the cheating will hurt more, because you could have told me and you could have saved me from the heartbreak. So I'd like to think that the cheating will be worse. What's your opinion on that?
I would think the cheating too would be worse, because you have already
done
committed the act.
Yeah,
you would already have committed the act. So I think
You could have just walked away and it
Wait,
could have been
yes.
done. But
Mhm.
no, you had to
Mhm.
keep me tied here and then go and do that. It's like,
Yeah. And I think what's worse, what's more, is that the bystander is innocent in all of this.
yeah.
We have no idea that we're being cheated on, that we are
Or some
being,
of them might know and say, hey, I
yeah,
don't care.
mhm.
So,
Because
you know.
oftentimes the signs is right there. Like I said, we tend to ignore it. We don't want to see it for what it's worth. You can see, because I think men can be sloppy.
Mhm.
They don't tend, when it comes to cheating like a woman, they don't tend
Cover it
to
up as
dot,
well.
yeah, they don't dot their I's and cross their T's. So I think women can get away with it to a certain extent more so, because like I said, men can get kind of sloppy for a minute. Mhm. I can forgive, but forgetting is a whole other matter. Okay? See, like they said, you can forgive, but you'll never forget.
Frank said the same
I will
thing.
forgive, but I don't think I will ever forget. That's true. Because you can't. It's impossible for unless you get sick and get amnesia. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you can't forget.
I don't
But
think I
then
have.
when you're in relationship, remember we talking about forgiveness. If you're constantly bringing it up, let's just say that
That's
you
not true.
decided that you want to work the relationship out. When do you say that enough
Is enough.
is
to keep
enough?
bringing
But
up.
like I said, I've been told that the person that has been cheated on can bring it up as many times as they want until they figure that I need to let you know what you've done to me.
I don't think I could forgive the person.
I think I would have to move past it. I don't think that because I think the question would be for me, I don't think you can give me enough whys, because like a kid, when something happened, they say, "But why, mommy?
Why
But
is the
why,
grass
mommy? But
green?
why?
Why is the sky blue?
Why?" We can go on with why all day long. I would have to move past it. Now, it would be one thing for me not to know, but another thing for me to know. And if I knew, you look better going than you did staying. You got to go. Mhm. And what you doing from forgiveness is without getting. Yes. It's without forgetting. Mhm.
Absolutely.
If I feel like I would cheat on my woman, I would end the relationship real quick. You know what? Can I tell you something? We had more men to cheat. I mean, to be honest, like Frank, I think it'll
Like
be
if you
yeah.
like if you feel like you're falling into temptation that much and
Mhm.
you're just always feeling yourself lean to the left, and that means you just need
Right.
to just cut the rope on the right side and just
keep on going.
keep going.
We told our kids that they fall out of love with their spouse, tell them and leave and not cheat. See, it's easy just to go and just
Right.
say it's easy to
Yeah.
do it. Oftentimes we don't do it. I don't know very many people that just can come home with a family and say, you know what, baby, we're done.
But that really is easier than doing all the extra
a lot
stuff.
of people say they don't do it because of the kids say they give so many reasons, but I like to think that it's better to just leave.
You can still co-parent.
Yes,
Nothing is stopping
because
you.
it does nobody good to live, especially the kids that live in a broken home where there's constant, you know. We want to be peaceful in life. Absolutely.
Hi, Xavier.
Xavier, I like that name. I think it's real pretty.
Let us know how you're doing.
I think I Rose have a daughter, know of a friend's son name is Xavier. It's pretty.
What was I saying?
Yeah, but
I don't think I could forgive the person.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think no, but remember we talked about forgiveness, that's me.
Yeah.
We have a video that we talked about.
But I just don't.
Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for yourself.
Well, I'll forgive you for me and then move on.
Right,
I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
because you have to.
Yeah.
Because if you
That's
don't
what I mean.
forgive, then I like to think that you will carry it over into the next relationship. And
Well,
it's
then again,
oftentimes
it's
people take that luggage with them over to the next relationship.
It's just like, because I feel like, well, then again, it's kind of hard for the forgiveness part for me, especially because when I guess when you're in a relationship or in a marriage, you commit to that person. So What are you doing outside of there? I don't. I couldn't tell you.
Mhm.
I just. Everyone is different.
Yes.
That's why we ask everyone these questions so that they can give their
Opinion.
verdict.
That's
Yeah.
what conversation about.
Mhm.
Different people. It's just good to hear what people will say.
Yeah.
But again, guys, like when it comes to, I will have to tell. There's no way that I can see Keisha or Angie or Debbie or anybody, get hurt. Like I would take my chance on losing my friendship
Since it could go
either
wrong
way. But if you put your trust in God, it will reveal itself. I don't know if, well, I'm not going to say I don't know, but I'm sure everybody in the chat has heard the saying, what you do in the dark has to come to light. It's almost just like a thief. You can't keep stealing. Eventually, you're going to get caught. So I would just go ahead and tell her, and then I would step back. I would tell her my opinion, and then I would step back and I would just wait it out. But what I wouldn't turn my back on her. When she come to me and say to me, Wanda X, Y, and Z, I wouldn't turn my back on her, because sometimes, like I said, we hurt and we don't want to believe.
Because I'll be like, hey, Chloe, this is what it is. I know for a fact. I'm gonna step back and let you decide what you want to do.
Told you, yes, you take. I've given it to you, and what you do with it.
I deliver the package, and now if you want to open it, you could let it sit on the table for however long you want to sit there.
They said you could tell a person, and they still won't approach. Like they said, they'll just pretend that
or maybe they're trying to wait and see if they could like take what you heard and be like, well, let me look for those. Not that you opened up my eyes to the idea.
Pandora's box. I did it with my ex, and still and wanted me, even when she got into another relationship. She wanted me to be her boyfriend, and I told her I don't even want to be your friend. I think, Frank, what I hear Frank saying, my mama used to say, you never miss your water until
your well runs dry,
and you never miss a good thing until you let it go. So she knew what she was missing. She knew that she was potentially, or for sure, leaving someone good, and she wanted, like, I guess, I think what I hear Frank saying, maybe she wanted to ice cream. That's exactly what she wanted to have, a cake and ice cream too. That's exactly what mommy was getting ready to say. You took the words right out of my mouth. She wanted her cake and eat it too. She wanted to go back and forth. I think what she was looking for is some cushion. I think, Frank, she probably wanted to test the water to see if the grass was greener on the other side. So in the meantime, in between time, she'll keep Frank hanging on an end, and if it didn't work out, she'll try to ease her way back over. Yes, my best friend left her husband, and when she gave all the reasons for doing so, I just listened and comfort her. Never did I talk about her marriage husband, even when it ended, and he was her ex. I think me and Keisha's on the same wavelength. That's what I would do. I wouldn't like turn back on her, say, Keisha, oh, I told you so, or I would, because right now she would. Well, period, she would need that. I think the hardest thing is know that we failed, and then to have somebody. So I tell that's like sticking the fork into it even more. What you want to do is remember we talked about friendship being her soft place to land. You know what I'm saying? She need a listening ear, not I told you so.
I was a side piece. Frank.
So Frank, she just wanted to use Frank.
Yes,
Frank, she wanted to use you.
Absolutely.
Ask yourself, if you were being cheated on and you wanted to wait a minute, hold up. Ask yourself, if you were being cheated on and you wanted to tell your friend, I guess you would have to ask yourself that question. Yes, that's true.
Yes,
you would have to ask yourself the heart.
That's why I said I would have to tell her, because I would want someone to tell me. Absolutely,
it's crazy, and it's so. Life is so short, and oftentimes, especially when you've invested in so many years, Destiny, so many.
And then I feel like the reason why some people say, "Oh, I'd rather be by myself
than happy than to be in a relationship,"
because
and miserable.
You never know if someone is cheating on you at all. Like, you can think everything is good, but you never know. You never know until you either find out or just never find out.
Keisha, let me ask you something before I read your comment. Is it oftentimes that people stay in a relationship
Because
because
they're
of what
scared to be
someone
alone.
else has might think, or they scared to be alone? So oftentimes we just settle.
Mm-hmm.
It's oftentimes people, like I hear people say, "Oh, girl, I don't want to be by myself. All men cheat." No, all men don't cheat. All men do not cheat. Minding my business, call me disloyal, insensitive, or whatever. I've seen too many times that folks that did this find out, still chose to stay and hurt the messenger and say, and that's what we was talking about. Remember in the beginning,
Mhm.
you tell the person, and then when it all boils down to, I get my feeling hurt, and they wind up staying together anyhow.
Absolutely.
You know, you went through all of this, and now you've lost a best friend.
I'm like, okay, well, you two are crazy. You stay together then.
But I've always said, Keisha, and I've always said, and Keisha, tell me if you beg to differ. I've always said, Keisha, that a man and a woman will come and go, but a friend will be with you forever. Tell me, Keisha, if you agree with that statement.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I got to go, guys. Have a great night. Thank you,
Yes,
Xavier, for the time
Xavier,
you
thank you so
spent.
much. We appreciate you.
Have a wonderful night.
Mhm.
But yes,
Mhm.
Oh, that's
I'm
tough.
sorry, my fingers are typing and hit the send button before I can add
That's
it.
understandable.
Yes,
What
it's okay.
happened?
And should tell me when you get a chance, I need you to go to Instagram. I left you a message that's very important there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Leader Xavier.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
We don't see the red flags in a relationship until a real life check comes. Yeah, the reality check comes.
Yep.
Sometimes it can be dead in the face. Like I said, years ago when Oprah was talking about this on her talk show, we see the signs. They say they're there.
Mhm.
We don't want to see it because we don't want to be hurt. We worried about what people want to say. We feel like we being made a fool of, that people gonna be laughing at behind our back. And I think, like I said, I'm thinking that the number one reason why people stay is out of fear of being alone, especially if you've invested so many years, and also if you are of a certain age.
You have to get comfortable
Yes,
with
they
yourself.
get comfortable with themselves and they say, "Well, I've been in it."
I'm
You
telling
know.
you, when you're alone, you
And
will
I've
see a
also
lot.
seen guys where the women have given their husband permission to cheat. Now that's
crazy.
going a bit
Too far.
too far. I'm not giving that, but then because I have to ask well, who am I? What is my self worth? Why would I devalue myself? Then I'm saying to myself, am I not good enough? You start to question what's wrong with you.
Absolutely.
You're looking in the mirror like, hey, you starting to check yourself like, what's wrong with me? So I'm not going to devalue and put myself down like that.
Absolutely.
A real friend knows a fake friend,
Absolutely.
and there is a difference.
I feel like when you're alone,
Will do.
you can see so much.
Yeah.
When you do finally step back, you're like, whoa. I feel like when you're not in a relationship, after you come out, you just start to learn yourself in a whole new way.
Different way.
You get to reinvent yourself.
Guys, and I'm going to go there because again, we are all adults here. Usually, when a relationship is over, for the most part, it takes a woman about a year or two
But the man,
to start a relationship. But a man, the way a man replaces a woman and started, he'll just sleep with her. If we've talked about this, women takes a while. Women have to mold. They have to have a Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
cut their hair.
They have to cut their hair.
Mhm.
They want to lose weight. They want to bring their friends over. They gotta cry.
And
They gotta go out to eat. They gotta have their nightcaps. Men, they get over it right. They go right onto the relationship. It becomes a sexual thing, and you're done.
And then it's like the opposite. When she's finally at her healing phase, that's when
you want
he's crashing down.
That when he want to come back. Oh baby, let me come back for body. And some women go back
like idiot.
But you don't get a chance.
I'm not gonna call y'all idiots.
Yeah, but we don't. You don't get a chance to. They like they say, fool me once, shame on me. Yeah,
you fool me once, you can't get fooled again.
Yeah. You know, I have a great loving, sincere, and supportive friend in my husband. I've been hurt by I've been
more passive
I've been hurt by the way more passing friends. I hear you,
Absolutely.
Keisha. See, and I think I hear Keisha saying her husband is her best friend,
Yeah, and
and
that's
when
what
you and
matters the most.
that's what's most even more so
I'm not
important.
I'm not saying that if you meet someone you can't fall in love with them without you being friends, but if you start off as friends,
Yes,
wow, it's
yeah,
like
yes,
a little extra sprinkles on
yes.
top.
And I think
Absolutely.
that's the fun part, the dating and the courting, getting a chance to know the person and
Yeah.
stuff. I think that's the best part. Getting a laugh and that's what it is. I don't settle for less. I refuse for a woman to play with me. Yes, because the saying that it's kind of corny, but if you don't stand for something,
You will fall for anything.
you'll fall for anything. So we gotta be
Open up our
we
eyes.
got to open up our eyes and see often sometimes, and I say this with the sense of humor, that Stevie Wonder can see it and he's a blind man. you know
Absolutely.
I have too many sisters, cousins, aunties to exert much effort into building new.
Wait, did I skip Frank's
best-
comment?
Did we skip over Frank?
I don't settle for less. I refuse.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
okay.
did skip over. I have too many sisters, cousins, aunties to exert much effort into building new bestie friendships. And so I hear Keisha say she have some somebody to replace or talk to like an aunt. But see, Keisha, for me, and still doesn't mean that I'm going to settle. Like Keisha, I'm an only child. I have no sisters and brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I have a close somebody in my family. Keisha, is kind of scattered. We are there, but we're really not there. Like I may see some family members maybe once a month, every 3 months. I may get a call every 2 months, so I don't have that, as Keisha said, that replacement. I can say, okay, they're gone. Well, I have my aunties over here to get me through this, or my cousins and these. We don't have, Keisha, that close knit of a family that I can, for the most part we can talk, but I'm saying that true closeness, Keisha, that's saying I don't have that. So I think that's one of the reasons why she and I are so close, because
It's only each
it's
other.
just, it's just so only us.
Keisha said to Frank, so Frank B, did you feel that way? You were being played before you caught your girl cheating? So that's a question for Frank from Keisha.
Because my mother used to always say, Keisha, like in a relationship or when you just start out, if you don't want a man, don't take his money.
Ooh, I like that. Yes,
If you
I've
don't,
heard
if,
mom say that before. I
Keisha,
forgot
you
about
heard that
one.
saying, if you don't want a man, don't take his money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because some people are in a relationship just for the money. But if you in there just for the money, it's okay. But if you were there for something else, the last time that I checked, money can't buy love. God was telling me things about her I didn't listen to. And sometimes, Frank, again, God will put it right there before you. And what you decide to do with it is on you. But he'll lay it out for you. And if you be still long enough, he'll talk. We just have to listen.
And it's funny because, like, if you ask God a question, He'll definitely give you answers. You have to look for it in the universe and things of that nature.
Very good, Frank. You know the red flags. You say Frank is doing all the red flags. Frank is coming in
Sometimes
late
you just
at
don't want to
night.
see the bad in the person.
Like women, I've known women that go to work and they come home, they change their clothes before they get home, they leave one way. And so women, if you have to be very attentive. Women can do some things.
I just feel like it's just, I'm not saying easier, but it kind of is easy for you to work. Some people just don't want to see the wrong in others.
Sometimes you're just plain good at what you do. It's not there.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Frank said you saved all the red flags. And is it because, Frank, that you didn't want to let go? You didn't want to be by yourself, or you just, Frank, it's the word I want to use, denial. Was you in denial, Frank? You were saying, no, she just wouldn't do this to me.
Mhm. It happens. There's many different reasons why it was like, I don't want to see the bad. The person doesn't say, hey, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see that. I'm gonna keep on pushing. All of the above.
All of the above. Frank said he didn't want to be by himself. He didn't want to believe it. Mhm. Especially,
Into the
Frank, when we are doing all the right things, you would say, well, why would he or she? If I'm bringing in the bread, if I'm giving everything that she wants. And sometimes, Frank, we can put all that we can into it, and it's still not enough. Some people, Frank, no matter what you do, you just can't please them. But for me, Frank, on the other hand, I'm the I'm the least person, and what I mean, it doesn't take a lot for me. I think, Frank, if like for an example, if a person wanted to know how easy, if my birthday come, tell Frank what would be simple for him to give me.
Everyone in the chat, get mom
Some
snow
seafood.
crabs, some seafood of
Mhm.
any kind would be the best gift you
And
can ever
it should
give
be
her.
the best gift.
And most women will say, I want a designer
Designer
bag.
bag.
Mom's
I want a
like,
diamond
well,
ring.
you
No.
take that designer
Bag.
bag and get all that money and get me the
It's
snow
the
crabs in the place
like,
of it.
like somebody said, Wanda, what?
What?
Yes, it's the simplest thing for me.
Some people
My
are
birthday
really
come
simplistic.
over, and somebody will say, oh, well, let me go get Wanda this. No.
I'll be like, "Psst, you want to know a secret?
Don't do that. Run to your local shop, right? Go to the nearest fish market. Let me get 2 dozen of crabs. Let me get about a pound of seafood. Get some melted butter and some Old Bay seasoning. Get Wanda a root beer soda. Man, you don't gave me the best birthday. Would you tell them that's
Frank's laughing.
you have
Please.
Frank, seriously? Would you? But
Right,
seriously,
yes. Some
you,
people are
Frank, would have been
extremely
giving me
simplistic.
the best birthday gift that you can.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing you have to look out for. You have to look
Really?
out for people who are just
Yeah.
trying to take
Takes
from you.
Right.
'Cause
You got the
some-
takers and the givers.
Because I would say that mom is an extremely simplistic person.
Yes,
like snow crabs,
in a
really?
soda. But then I can do one better. If let's just say, well, I just want to do just a little bit better. Will you take me anywhere where they has water? That's where there's water, like amusement park where I can get or water park.
Yep. That's about the
That's
the most.
that's about
The most. I
Yeah.
guess mom would
It
consider.
doesn't take a whole lot for me. It doesn't.
Yeah.
That's. You want to take it another step further.
Mhm.
I come home. Maybe you just might want to clean the house. You put on Teddy Pendergrass. Have my Dallas Cowboys playing on the big screen. I walk in the door, Teddy Pendergrass in the back. You be done made me some tacos. You have made my birthday, and it's just. Would you tell
Really
them that?
simple
It's
things.
just that simple for me. It's just that simple.
Some
Yeah,
people
it's
don't-
just simple. It doesn't take a lot. Some people don't need like
The
they
whole
sign the
lot of-
diamond rings and the fur. I don't
The
need
fur
all of
coats,
that.
designer bags.
It's and don't get me wrong. I think all women like that,
Mhm.
but but all of these material things, Frank, and I say that with respect,
Mm-hmm.
it can't take me to heaven. God giveth and He'll take it away. Because if it took me to heaven, I want a lot of it.
Mhm.
But we can't take all that stuff with us. Though we can't take all of that with us to
The only
heaven.
thing we can take is the love that we have inside of us. That's it.
The love inside you, take it
God
with
said,
you.
okay, unpack all that extra thing,
Yeah.
all those extra things,
Take
and just
it.
pack the love, and
Like
that's
it's
it.
the old saying, what shall a man profit if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? That's
Mhm.
material stuff.
Mhm.
That don't make me or break me one. I never been like that.
Mhm.
I love beautiful things, Frank. Don't get me wrong. Like I like nice clothes, but for the most part, 700 and 800. And
Yeah.
I gotta get a yacht or a new car. No.
Mom would prefer an older model car versus a new one.
Yeah,
Or
an older model car. You say Louis Vuitton bag.
Mom says Dooney Burke.
I say Dooney. You say
Gucci. She
$1,100
says
bag.
Coach.
I say Coach for $100. You say $3,000. I say
$600 probably.
$600.
The lowest you can get me.
Yeah, I don't need all of that.
Right. Sounds good. Yes.
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 Like I don't. It's unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Because you can't lie me. You know what I'm saying? I like to be. I'm an emotional creature, so like for me, you can see another thing, Frank. You can get the grill, and we can go to the park and cook out. Get a blanket and lay down,
Picnic.
a picnic. Would you tell them it's
Yeah.
the little things for
Extremely
me,
small.
small things?
Someone say,
You
"Hey,
said, but what? Yeah.
you don't want to go
Get
out?
let
Do
me go.
nothing."
Be a man, get the grill, put on your little apron, throw the hot dogs and the hamburgers
Mhm.
up there. Let's make a little tuna fish
Mhm.
salad. Let's get a little watermelon
Mhm.
and some ice cream and go to the park with the blanket. Let's bring our radio with the oldies but goodies.
Mhm.
Let's sit and we don't had a beautiful day already. Just that simple. You can take me on a date for $25 if you know what to do.
No, someone's saying $25. That's a
20
steal.
$25 if you know what to do. Because if you bought some ground beef and make the tacos,
Mhm.
and you take the blanket
Yeah.
and get a soda, well, we got a date.
We have
Mhm.
a
We
date.
have a real date. Yes,
Mhm.
we do. Doesn't take a lot.
Doesn't
Because I have a conscience and
Mhm.
I can't do that to people. I just can't see. And then especially if a person love you and they're
They
giving you
just
all
want
that they have
you.
and they just perhaps maybe they don't have it,
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
give like that, but do that means you love me any less? There's so many ways in which you can to defy love.
Mhm.
We have love and we have gifts of love. I'm saying that so many people don't know how frank to separate the two. They figure, oh, if he gave me diamonds, rings, and all this, that makes he love me. No, 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 no. Those are just gifts to show you. But love can be me and you walking in the park, holding hands, you singing Gladys Knight and the Pimp in your worst voice, trying to do, those are little things you trying to make me some eggs and toast in the morning. That's love to me.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Have a
That'd
good
be
night,
good.
everyone.
Angie,
Good
thank you so much.
night.
We appreciate you.
Thank you for the time
Angie, you
investment.
have a wonderful rest of your evening. We appreciate you more than you know. Hmm. And so, Keisha, know why we're here, and we understand again, guys. If you can't stay,
Mhm.
we just want people to come in and out. We're trying to just work on Keisha these hours, and so we understand. Like people have the kids that they have to get ready for school.
Mhm.
They have work, and so we understand. So when we see people come in and out, just a little time that you give us, we appreciate you. It doesn't mean that because you stay longer, you love us anymore. And if you
Mhm.
stay 2 minutes, you love us even less. We know that you care because you're constant, here.
That was actually
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yes.
Right.
Love is the action word. My husband had married me long before he asked me to marry him. Yep. Hmm. Yep.
I
See?
heard a lot of
Yes.
I heard a lot of couples say that they feel like
Yes.
they're already married
They already
and they
married.
don't
Yeah.
feel the need
Mm.
to put the
Yeah.
title on it
Mhm.
because or do you believe like marriage changes things?
Yeah, Keisha, do you believe marriage changed things, or would you stay in a relationship if you wasn't married? Let's just say you've been with a person, for a long time. Are you willing to stay if you're not married?
Mm-hmm. Is
Because
that something
like for
that
instance, like
people?
Oprah, she's with Stepman, and she's not even married.
Because I feel like I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that I don't feel the need
But
for them to get
but
married.
Keisha, with respect, in a biblical sense, aren't you supposed to be married? In other words,
Yeah,
if
I
you're
understand
living
what
with
you're saying.
a guy or whoever
Mhm.
and you're not married, I hear people. Well, they said it's a sin.
And
Hmm.
according to the Bible,
Hmm.
that is so true.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Do you feel the need to put a title on
Hmm.
it?
Like yes, if you look at it, you
Should
should
put a
put a
ring
ring
on
on
it,
it.
right?
Mhm. But oftentimes you still put a ring on it, it don't work. But what I'm saying in a biblical
Little
sense,
sense, yeah.
like out of doing the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
I think you should be married.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But what makes you
You're
married?
married. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Keisha, I've never heard it quite like that. Keisha said, but what makes you married though?
I guess
Like
the
if
piece
you
of paper.
you know what I'm saying? But it's a piece of paper.
Because if you're doing all the things, then I
Right.
guess
But then, Keisha, I hear what you're saying, but what makes you married? But Keisha, what I'm saying is, if I'm doing the laundry
That's
and I'm
wifely duties.
cooking and we're doing, the womanly duties and we're doing the intimacy, Keisha, if I'm doing all of those things for you anyway, then why don't I have the title of Mrs.?
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm doing that anyway.
that's
So,
a good
but if
question.
I'm living with you,
Mhm.
and I'm you, do that make sense,
That's,
Frank?
yeah,
I'm living with you and I'm doing all the wifely duties.
duties.
Why don't I deserve the title?
It's the same thing, but why not just
And
give
that
me the
is
ring
a
then?
good question.
Hmm. It's the same thing. Why not
That
just
should
give me
be
the
my
ring?
next live.
Yeah. Someone might say, why not just go ahead and marry me then if I'm still
Right.
doing
Mhm.
that? Anyhow, yes. Why not? Why not? Because, like Mom said,
Keisha said, if the ring and papers makes you married, why you worried about being cheated on? Keisha, I'm gonna kill you. Keisha, Keisha said, if the ring and paper makes you married, why you worried about being cheated on? Sorry, I think different. Wow, Keisha. Okay.
mhm.
If the ring and paper makes you married,
Or are you worried about being cheated
why are you worried about being cheated on?
on? Okay.
Keisha, that makes a lot of sense. I
You
never
put
heard
you put your vows and your trust in
trust
that
that
person, so
person.
we shouldn't
Yes,
have to revisit this. Not in a
yes.
bad way, but
That, hey, everybody have, their opinion, but it makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Like we say, it makes a lot of sense what you said, Frank. Yeah. Why are you worried about being cheated on? Hmm. Keisha, when are you going live again? Because she held a good live. I love to hear Keisha talk, period.
Absolutely.
So let's see, what are we gonna
Seriously, my husband was doing so much with me before he even knew if I was a real woman. Me being me, I did not expect anything less. That is rather interesting. That is very interesting. I have to say I agree because it's like absolutely. Definitely shouldn't have to worry about that if you take each other's word and you have the vows. It makes a lot of sense. That's the whole point of the vows, isn't it? I vow not to love, to have, to hold all the things that you say when you get married.
have to
So
hold?
to love,
Mhm.
for better, for worse, whatever the
What I
case may
missed it,
be.
that's it.
That
Seriously,
was
my husband was doing so much for me before we even knew if I was a real woman, me being me. I did not expect anything less. I hear you. I hear you. He was doing so much for her, she said, before he even knew. Like in
mhm,
other words, before he even got to know Keisha, he was treating her. You know what I'm saying? He was
mhm.
doing so much for her. In other words, treating her like the princess she deserved to be treated like. Period. hmm Especially probably in the way in which she carried herself walked, the way she spoke, probably was looking for her, like seeing all of those things that he was looking for immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, and then sometimes that's we just know. You know, women, men could. I've seen men say it was love at first sight. I just knew she was the one for me, and I've known people to be together 10 and 15 years later. Hmm. You're gonna have me researching this thing called marriage. What does it really mean? Yes, what does it really mean? Because, like you said, just because you have a title and a piece of paper doesn't make it any difference. And if you don't have, I think the only thing that changes things is that it's on a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, aren't you? Do you would you settle for not being married though? That's me.
I don't think so.
Would you
Because
like because even if, let's just say, if you get married, it still doesn't guarantee you staying together.
Yeah.
But when
So I
you
guess
just
why not?
but wouldn't you just like
Why not
know the
The
title,
commitment. I would say.
and then you could still be
Yeah,
committed
Yeah.
without
Yeah,
being married.
Yeah. So it's tricky.
Mhm. But again, I guess if we're talking about it in a biblical sense,
Then-
you're supposed to be married if you're living together and doing all those things.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Makes sense. I love saying my husband. I do. It's just good. But Keisha, you know what? And I'm glad Keisha, I'm gonna go there.
It does feel nice.
I'm
though.
glad to hear Keisha say that, because Keisha, I've heard people say,
Mhm.
like, say for instance, they've been with their partner 5 and 6 years,
Mhm.
and they say, my husband. No, you just can't throw around husband
Mhm.
just for the sake of saying. I don't like to hear people say my husband if you're not married.
Yeah, it does feel nice to go from
It
this
does
is
really
my boyfriend or
to
girlfriend
saying this is my
partner,
husband. Yes.
fiance. Like, no, let me
No,
introduce
no,
my
the
wife.
husband. Like
Let me
I'm
my
saying it
husband.
to the sense like I have
title
the
and
title.
everything.
This and like, it's just something. Say it's something about it.
It's like when I don't know. Let me check with my
Yes,
husband
yeah,
first.
it's like almost in a.
Let me call my husband.
like let me check with him,
Yeah.
because usually it's like a decision
Yeah.
that you both make. Like, no, I have to check in with my husband. I have to do this, you know. So it
The
is.
brag about
Yeah,
it.
it's a
feels
good feeling, Keisha. I feel exactly what I feel. I feel what you're
I
saying.
think I can feel where
Mhm,
Keisha's
yeah,
coming from as well.
It's something about it. Everything's supposed to be on the table when you decide to marry that person, open and honest. Yes. But Frank, let me ask you something. Hey, Keisha, I want you to chime in. You're married to your spouse. Before you got married, and like Frank said, everything is supposed to be on the table. Keisha, Frank, would you get married if you know that your wife was your significant other, or the person that you're dating had a lot of credit card debt that they're in? Because you know, once you become married, then you take on the responsibility of you both taking on this responsibility. If I had a tremendous amount of debt, would you love me any less, or would you get involved in a relationship with me? I had a coworker that told me, "Why would you act like we don't know who you're talking about?" He just said, "Why would you act?" Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I had a cheese. Hey, why would you act like we don't know what you're talking about? Yeah, that's true. Hey, true.
That makes a
A
lot
lot
of
of
sense.
sense. Yeah. Why do you act like it?
It does feel good. Though.
Yes.
You have that.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, but it,
Yeah.
like you said, it could still not work out. So
Mhm.
it's just really a 50-50 type
Yeah.
of thing.
Mhm.
I would help them with the credit score
cards to pay.
gifts.
Oh, that's nice,
That's
Frank.
sweet.
Frank said I would help him with the credit cards to pay. Now,
Now
Frank,
that
you,
is
you
sweet.
see, oh, Frank said I would help them with the credit. So, Frank, if I told you that I'm in about $30,000 worth of debt, Frank, you and I still get married. Frank said, Wanda,
Leave me
you told
alone.
me to
I'm
be
kidding.
alone. Frank said,
Oh
so
boy.
Frank, I got about $50,000 worth of debt. Where do that leave us?
Hi, praying
Hi,
cooking.
Praying
Couple
Couple.
cooking series.
Thank you so much for joining us. Praying Couple, we're just sitting here, just chatting. And when we first started, we started off with a particular conversation and we just started just chatting. It led to one thing else.
Mhm.
But we were talking about when we first got started.
Mhm.
If you're in a relationship, which you are in with your husband,
Mhm.
and you knew that he was cheating, that how tell
Oh, wait. So yeah, like mom said, praying couple cooking series. They're married,
right.
and let's just say, his friend knew that she was cheating on him with
Would you tell?
with
Just
with
like
the
Miss
tell.
Blaine, if your girlfriend, if you have the best girlfriend
Mhm.
and you knew that her husband was cheating on her,
Mhm.
would you tell her
Yes.
or would you just keep it to yourself?
Frank said yes.
Mhm. Oh, Frank said, yeah, it's okay. Been there, done that with my first husband. That is not part of any relationship I want to be in. Oh, I even chastised my sisters and other family members about that. Not going to be a prisoner today. Well, so what I hear Keisha saying is that if the person is in debt, she would not take on that responsibility.
I will put
But
money towards it.
hold up.
LOL.
But Keisha, let me freeze. So Keisha, we're in love. Okay, so Keisha, let me say this to you. So at the beginning, you and I are in a relationship, and you've now fallen for me. But I neglect to tell you that I'm in a tremendous amount of debt. Once you've fallen in love with me and we're together, and I revealed that information to me, would so you're saying you're leaving me? I will put my money towards it. Oh, Frank, that's so
We'll
nice.
catch the replay.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much, Miss Spring. We appreciate. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Keisha said, "I can't be a part of this."
Keisha said,
Well,
no.
I'm waiting for her
Well, I'm waiting for
response
her
because I'm
response.
not going to say
Because
that she
now,
will leave.
Keisha, you're already in love with me now. We're praying as God to lead me to what to do. Right. So like Miss Blaine says, she'll take what you're supposed to take it to God first. Wait for that answer, and I guess Miss Blaine says she'll decide what she should do with it. Because, like you said, if you ask, God will reveal it to you. You just have to wait and listen on it. You have to listen to it. We will tell you anything that
Keep your ears
sometimes
open, your eyes open.
he give us response, but we still want to do what we want to do. But he will tell you.
He will.
Come on, see how we just. So, guys, again, we have a few people. We appreciate you being here. Again, as we know that those, that you can't stay. We understand. As the young people say, life be life, and so well, Destiny and I are really doing. We're just because we're behind on the WH. We're just running live so we can kind of catch up. No particular reason. We usually do. Lives the earlier part of the day, but we were just sitting here and out of boredom. We decided to just cut on the camera and try to do what we can do. So we appreciate you if you can stay. We appreciate it if you can't stay. We still appreciate you. We're just buying time here. Nothing to do.
Oh, Walter sauces and more greetings.
Hi, it's a new to our channel.
Hi, I know you're new here. I never saw you before, so hello. Thank you for joining
Joining
us.
us. Appreciate you.
But yes, I just feel like you have to keep your ears open, your eyes open for that message, because God would say, "Hey, this is what I need you to do." And
But I've made my decision. As we said, like everybody have their opinion. Keisha says she running her business. I'm telling. I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to. I'm not going to take. I'm going to tell. I'm gonna go to the person and say,
hey,
look,
sorry,
I'm,
this is
I'm
what I
telling
know.
you, you know me,
Mhm.
you know the person that I am. Like I said, it can potentially cost us our friendship. But the God that I serve, He's going to reveal it. But you, again, like we said, what you do in the dark has to come to light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell, and then when she find out, because the truth will reveal itself. When she comes to me, I'm still going to be there for her. Not without judgment, though. Oh, I told you so. We not going to talk none of that. What is it that you need me to do? I'm your listening ear, your soft place to land. Let's talk about it. How we pull together, pick the pieces up. Let's put this puzzle back together. Let's get on with your life. Let's do what we have to do together to move past this.
100%.
Yes.
As we go closer to God, we have to
Let's
lead
lead the spirit because things could get heated, blown out of proportion. Just my opinion, and I agree with your opinion. It can get out of proportion. Remember we talked about it. It can go terribly wrong. You would think that you would know what to expect the person, but like you said, a person. You have to
you can't expect them to think the way you
want them to think,
or respond the way you want them to
think.
respond. Thank you. Absolutely, you're welcome.
Stay at a beautiful family, babes. Alive, stop, shut out.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you more than you know.
I met you at Blessed Channel.
Okay,
many people are we interact? We go on so many lives.
I am so. I follow about over 100 and something people, and I swear it's familiar to me, but it's not. And I apologize, but I follow a lot of people, right? You would think when I get off the live that I will lay down and go to sleep, but I'm constantly like, supporting and leave comments. I try to, when I do get to the person, I try to remain about 3 or 4 or 5 videos. I want to get there to watch the videos. I don't, and so I don't remember him to save my life. But anyways, we were saying, but like Miss Blaine was saying, you have to just take it to God and just, I guess you, like Miss Blaine said, you have to let your God steer you. And then once He revealed it, you decide, what it is that you want to do with it. But like I said, I just know, because I know the person that I am. I think that I would just go ahead and tell a person.
I will pray on it. If God wants me to tell it,
I'll tell it. Frank said the same thing. Miss Blaine said she will play on it.
Being honest, in my younger days, yes.
Yeah, see, and with young, what I'm saying, like they say, when you get older, when you know better, you do better. You can't move like you used to do when you was younger, because like what I think I hear Miss Blaine might be saying is that we're talking about people's lives. And you know what I'm saying? And so it can work for you or against you.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to go.
Also, thank you for sharing us out.
We appreciate you.
I follow you both.
Okay. Oh, so sorry, but we coming over. We gonna make it right. We can make it right, because we try. Well, ain't no try. We lend support when we can. We try to support those that don't support us, although it can be hard at times, because while you're trying to put yourself there, you're trying to catch up on the ones that's really there. But I tend to make waves too. I tend to get to those ones that I can as well. Just out of just trying to do the right thing. It's the right thing to do.
It sure is. Let's keep it moving along. Hi, Juba.
Hi, Juba. Hello. How are you?
Let us know.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Y'all are welcome.
Thank
Queens.
you.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
It's just the right thing. I just try to do the right thing.
Mhm.
But I don't try. I'm not a saint, so I try. It's trying. It's times, but
Mhm.
we try to remain, on track, trying to do the right thing, putting things in God's hand, taking your burdens to the Lord and leave them there, and you
Mhm.
pray on it and pray on it and pray on it some more.
Thumbs up. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. We appreciate you. Mm-hmm.
Praying, cooking cookies here, saying hi to everyone missed. Hello,
Hello,
good night
good
to
night.
each and everyone in the
I think the
house.
reason why Juba said it because depending on your time zone, it can
Mhm.
be in the morning where you at,
Yeah.
but it could also be in the evening.
It's
Mhm.
9:30 where we are.
Juba said that he's okay. And he often have a nice live too.
Mhm.
And so guys, you can connect. He's like Miss Blake, he's always talking about the Bible.
Mhm.
I love listening to him, to his lives, and I
Mhm.
appreciate that. I don't know, some people know the extent of sometimes you just need to hear those little sayings and quotes from the Bible and let you know that God is still in charge. We cannot do nothing without him.
You're right about that.
I'm going to be studying marriage, got my condor concordance out and have been led to one First Corinthians chapter 7. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. First Corinthians chapter 7. I'm going to have to read that. Remember, Keisha said First Corinthians chapter 7. I'm going to remember that because 7 is my favorite number.
I am now. I know when
Mm.
mom goes to read it, I will probably just say, "Huh? I
Mm.
don't understand the Bible," and I do know that there is a Bible that you can get in what is it, modern language, modern text. Because I don't understand the these the I would kid you not.
And that's where,
So-
remember, we was talking about going back to the
Bible
Bible school.
school.
That's why mommy learned so much about the Bible, going to Bible school and just going to church in general. You know what I'm saying? And like, because God, the pastor or somebody supposed to be there to better help you understand. That's why they have Bible study. And then you also have the Bible where if you could read a verse and he can explain to you what it means.
And it's in the modern
Because there's often time we want to do what we want to do, but not what God is instructing us to do. It's amazing how we can take things in life and make it our own. When we know that it's wrong, we don't want to do the right thing.
That is so true. You can go
We'll
back
laugh real quick and then we realize it. Yes. Yes, he is in
God
charge. There's
You're right
no
about that.
there's no ifs and buts about it. God is in charge. At least he's in charge of my life,
Mhm.
and he's in charge of everybody else's life. You have no say. God is the driver in this seat. And so, Miss Blaine, we appreciate you being here again. Guys, we appreciate you being here with us on this late evening. Again, we don't usually go live at this time. When we are live at our normal time, which is 7 and 6, we usually have a full house. But because we don't have no other choice but to be here, we thought we'll just do it when we can fit in right now. And I'm gonna wonder if this is gonna be like kind of a problem because we usually have up in the 20s in our lives. This is kind of late for us guys, but we appreciate the few that are here. We appreciate you more than you know.
Yes. Hi, Pandy.
Hi, Pandy. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
Exactly so
True. Yes. So, guys,
God is in control.
Yes,
Absolutely
he is. He is in control. Oh, there's my friend UC. Hi, UC. Thank you so much for joining us.
DJ
And
Vince says
again,
hello to everyone.
Guys,
Wait, DJ Vince?
DJ Vince, I know who he is.
Oh,
And guys, again, we appreciate like Juba and UC. Miss Glade, they're on different time zones. And another reason why Desi and I chose again this time is because we have a lot of followers that's on different time zones, and we are playing with the times because they often say that they can't never catch us on our lives in the daytime. So I think what I hear them say is we sleep and they're up and we're asleep.
Yeah.
So this is why I like to call it flirting with time.
Absolutely.
We're flirting with the
Hi,
sea.
UC.
Hi, Lucy. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Let us know how you're doing if you're just coming in.
Mhm.
Hey, DJ Vince, I
Let's see.
still
There's different times.
good to catch you live.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
All right. Is the audio back?
But Keisha, we do understand what you're saying. But again, as that's in, I said, I hear Miss Bling, and you were saying, Miss Bling said that she's gonna take it to prayer. You said that you would tell, you would keep, keep it to yourself and mind your business. I, on the other hand, guys in the chat, for those that you, I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell that person if they're being cheated on. I'm not going to keep that news to myself. I'm going to take my chances.
Absolutely. It's okay. You two are amazing, beautiful topic in
Thank-
live stream. Thank
We
you so
thank
much.
you so much. We, you know what, we try, Miss Blake, to choose carefully. We try to be mindful of people. And again, we always say in our lives, we challenge you, like if we're talking about a particular topic and you don't want to talk about it, just change it. Just say Wanda and Destiny, we have something different that we want to talk about. I challenge you to put it in. We'll change the conversation. Just that easy. It's just that simple. You saying, I have this on my chest or I have this on my shoulder. Let's talk about this instead. And it can be easily done.
Absolutely.
It can be easily done. God put me out of an horrible pit and set my feet on higher ground. Hallelujah. I hear you. And he can do just that. Walter, I can tell you some things that you would not think that God has brought me through. If you can almost think it, I've been there. And like I said, I know that he's still on the throne, that he sits high and he looks low. And I have never turned my back on him. It is oftentimes that we say that if I did to God, if God did to me what I do to him, we'll be in a lot of trouble. It's oftentimes that we find ourselves in a tremendous amount of trouble and we go to God and pray and he'll see us out. Well, on the other hand, when he sees us out, we forget, we go on about our daily lives and do what we want to do. And then when we get ourselves in trouble, we come right back. I think that's going to be one of my topics. I'm calling that a lukewarm Christian. In other words, you only go to God when you're in a tremendous amount of trouble. But that calls for another topic. And that's we was talking about, guys. If you're in a relationship with your significant other, if you were in a relationship and you knew that your girlfriend or the guy was being cheated on, would you go and tell that person or would you mind your own business?
Yep, that was the question.
Would you mind your own business? If you see my husband with the woman, know it's his sister.
You ain't gotta tell me.
Keisha, no, Keisha, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say, Keisha, I see your husband. I know that was him. He was over in the bushes with this other lady, and it was not nobody. Keisha said, want them to kill you.
The beautiful
Yes.
coverage and tyrant. Yes, they
Yes.
are the sweetest.
Yes,
they
they're
are
nice,
the
beautiful
sweetest.
couples. Yes, some beautiful couples.
Absolutely.
Everybody in the chat is I think, I ain't no think it's beautiful people.
Well, yes, that was the topic slash question.
And guys, we appreciate you being here because again, this is not our time zone. And so we still have people that's always here for us. this for us is what, rather late.
Yeah, our usual time is 7
Like
p.m.
usually
Eastern
time is
Standard
usually
Time.
7.
It's currently
And guys, if you
9:47.
catch me around that time, we usually have a full house. And so we wasn't even expecting to get maybe 2 people,
Mhm.
you know,
We
but
more so do it to connect to our supporters that are around the
we
world.
got a big supporters that's in Canada.
Yeah,
I know we had Juliet
Kenya,
here in Kenya. We have
Mexico,
Mexico. When
Brazil,
you see, I know she's in another part of. We have friends that's in Nigeria,
Brazil.
and so Brazil.
So it's,
And
we
so
try to
we
just
try to
the time zone is crazy.
again we try to flirt with it.
He just said Destiny, the new
International
international
version
version of the Bible.
of the Bible. Okay,
It's easy to read.
Okay. It's easy to read.
Because
Mhm.
I'm looking at those pages like I don't necessarily get it. I think I kind of get. Not you get it, but you don't get it. If that makes sense.
Green couples, so thank you so much.
We feel the same way about you guys. Yes, both beautiful couples in
Yes.
the chat. Everyone have an amazing night on purpose.
Thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you for the time we have spent.
I feel like the young Frank G would say something, but the older me today would not say anything because some people mindset is real messed up. If Frank said that he might even shoot you. Oh God.
I'm still laughing at
Frank,
that.
Frank, can I tell you something? That statement of what you made earlier I'm gonna probably have people thinking I'm crazy because I'm sure I'm gonna be someplace, Frank, in the weirdest place, and I'm gonna think about what you said in the comments, and I'm gonna bust out laughing, and they're gonna say, "Oh my God, this lady is a fool," because it has happened.
You have like a flashback.
You
of
know,
something
guys,
someone
you
said?
have had where you've been somewhere and someone said the darnest or the funniest thing, and you find yourself thinking about it 3 or 4 days later, and you bust out and start laughing for no particular reason, and you'll have someone look at you and say, "Well, why is this fool laughing?"
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure that's
And
happened too.
and that's another thing.
Mhm.
When you say people look at you crazy,
Mhm.
I find it so funny how people
Mhm.
don't think it's normal for someone to bust out in laughter and joy in the middle of the street. Like you laugh of tears of joy, and someone's looking at you like, yeah, this girl must be mentally crazy.
And how do people take that? Because Keisha, are you the kind of person that cares about what other people think? In other words, Keisha, so say that if I'm out in public and some people say that they're high on life, some people can be high on drugs, but also some people can be high on life. So Keisha, if I was out in public and I had my headphones on and I was just dancing and just enjoying life, just being me, would you worry about what someone else is saying, or you would carry on?
Because I can't. I'm going to share something with you guys. See me, I will break out anywhere in public in a dance, and I will see people turn around, look at me like, "Oh my God, you all right?" They give me the bombastic side eye every time. They look at me as if I'm crazy. I'm like, "So you don't dance, you don't have fun?" Like I literally would like say like, "I know what you're thinking. You don't dance, you don't have fun, you don't think life is joyful for you." Like, no, nothing. They just give me the crazy eye. Determined asked for you to save us some cake since it was his birthday. Yes, I have some more cake in retirement. It is a truth. Yeah, I just feel like
so guys, what do you think? Do you carry on, or are you
like what? Like if I saw mom dancing out in public, will I think, "Oh, that lady's crazy"? Or maybe she's just having fun.
You know what I'm saying? Because often, you don't necessarily have to be high on drugs to be high on life
or crazy.
Or crazy. You just means that you having a good day.
That person, something might have just happened to them that was amazing.
Like sometimes I can wake up and I'm like, thank you, which I thank God all the time.
But some days you just wake up with a happy high.
Just happy, and you going about your day, and you just got a little bit more prep in your step, and you just happy for no reason, just because
things are just brighter. They just look brighter for you. So it is funny, but it is a real truth. Yes. Honestly, I might join the dance and ask what you listen to and make sure
they brought me joy. Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Looking at
so
you
many
like,
people jump to conclusion. What is she on?
Is she crazy?
Is she crazy? No. And you know what? My daughter Keisha used to always say to me, "Mommy, stop worrying about what people think. Keisha, it's a blessing to wake up every day. Every day above ground is a blessing. And so when I used to be one of the dance, I used to be like, Destiny, stop that out in public. But then I remember my mother said to my oldest daughter, if she feel like she want to dance or laugh, let her do so. Let her, if she feel happy and joyful, let her enjoy her life.
I can't think of what Tyler Perry used to say, like, as Medea, like, not everybody's gonna like you. People gonna talk about you, they die. It's just like, just have a great time. People think I'm crazy all the time, especially with me and my son are together.
Enjoy life to the fullest. Why not?
If you want to shout to the top of your lungs because you're happy, then
sometimes I can just wake up and I just have this sense of energy.
Yeah.
And then if I wake up in the morning and I turn on the music, oh my God,
right?
Because music can take me from a quiet place to a happy place. I could just be sitting down reading a book. And Lord and behold, some say, Wanda, turn the music on. And I cut on Shame. I wouldn't want, just anything. Ain't no stopping. Just anything. And it'll bring back so many good memories. And it just can make you day.
I don't know what is it about music, but I mean, I do know because there was a study that music does do something to the brain. And I remember one time I was asked, well, how do you get through like life and mental things? I say music. Music makes me feel like I can conquer the world. And I know I can conquer the world.
And depend on what that certain song is, you say to yourself, I got this.
Yeah, it definitely can do the trick.
I got this.
Yeah. I have been in public rapping about what again.
So, Frank, when the person stopped and looked at you, did you respond, what are you looking at? Or did they ask you, okay? What did you do, Frank, and why? So Shantira say, I'll be high on life. I hear you. I hear you. And Keisha says, my husband can be rather stuffy, but he got used to me being me real quick. A happy Keisha is a favorite Keisha. So I think, Keisha, what I hear you saying is what they say, happy wife, happy life. I think, Keisha, that's what I hear you saying. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. And Keisha, sometimes, like I said, I could just be sitting in the house and it's no particular reason. I just spring out of bed, Keisha. I just feel in one day, some days I can conquer the world. That the world is my footstool. I can just kind of do what I want to do. Have you ever taken on, Keisha, that kind of excitement for your day? Or you just say, like sometimes, like Keisha, for instance, this movie, I don't know if you ever heard of it. Keisha's called Joanna Man. And one of the parts that they said, just because it's Wednesday, sometimes Keisha, like it can be on a Wednesday. And I say, I'm going to do something that I never done before. In other words, being spontaneous. And I said, I'm going to do it. And you said, well, why are you going to do it? I say, just because it's Wednesday. It's oftentimes that's the mommy say, I could say, we want to go do such and such. You said, why, mommy? Just because it's Wednesday.
With that assumption requirement, should I be high on life?
Yes, I read that.
Okay, yeah. And I read that. Hi, Wellness for Food.
Hi, Wellness. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Let us know how you're doing.
And so we were just talking about, we're probably going to be ending soon. We were just talking about if you're in a relationship with your significant other and they're cheating with the best friend or
cheating and the best friend knows.
And the best friend knows. Would you tell or keep it to yourself?
Would you want her to tell, or would you tell her if it was a situation first?
And some people say no. As Keisha said, I'm minding my business. If she doesn't know, it's up to her. She'll find out in her own time. Some people have their opinion. But I'm telling. I'm gonna have to tell Keisha if her husband is cheating. Keisha's my best friend. I'm gonna say, Keisha, whatever the consequences, I might lose our friendship, but I'm not gonna utterly stand by and watch you get hurt. But however, I'm coming to Keisha with proof positive. I'm gonna make sure that I'm dead on. I'm gonna have the information. I'm gonna have 100% proof.
Especially if I can obtain it. Absolutely. Frank said, I have been singing in public before. Hey, that is me and mom all the time. as we're cruising the New York
Yes,
City
yes.
streets,
Mhm.
we have a habit of singing Native New Yorker.
Mhm.
That's her song.
I'm
But yes, me and mom have a habit of
Yes.
singing. Um,
Mhm.
Keisha
Yes,
speaking to
she's speaking.
wellness. Yeah, it's just crazy. No, I just kept laughing. I didn't care. uh, Sometimes I just can't think of
Mhm.
people's opinion. No, I need structure in my life. I have been seriously struggling this month because I lost my main source of structure.
Structure. I think Keisha was talking about that in her live. I don't know if me and Keisha is on the same page. If she wants to elaborate, she can, but if not, we won't pry. But I think I may know what she was talking about. She may have mentioned it in her last slide. Mm-hmm.
Wellness assistant. Greetings, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Rock Chicky.
Hi, Roche. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Let us know how you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Mhm.
sometimes you just can't care. I don't know how many times
I
I've danced in
danced in
Walmart.
Now, you know what, Shantaran, I think the last time Destiny was and I was dancing, remember the holidays, and our favorite
Yeah.
song came on by Stevie Wonder,
Mhm.
Someday at Christmas,
Yeah.
and people was just looking, but we was
Yeah.
just happy
Yeah.
because it was the holidays, you know,
Yeah.
Christmas
I
is
feel like we were like those people that
yes,
stand up by singing the
yes.
Christmas carols. They're
Christmas
looking
is
like, oh my
one of
god,
our
they're really
favorite
singing.
times of the year.
Mhm.
And so we was just singing Someday at Christmas, and we stopped dead in our tracks in the middle of the
street.
shopping center.
Yeah.
And we
Not the
would
street, the
and
shopping center,
and we
yeah.
was just laughing. And one
Yeah.
lady was saying, I hear,
Yeah.
I see y'all.
Yeah.
Enjoy. That's what we
That's the
have to
best
do.
Christmas song
Yes,
in the world,
I
other than
think
Silent
it's
Night by the Temptations. The
tempted temptations, I call them. I need to do a list, color-coded folders, calendar reminders, and lots of post-it note stickers.
Yes.
Okay. You know what, Keisha, I hear what you're saying. Destiny started me to doing something that I've never thought of doing, and that's starting to write in the journaling. And I didn't know how important it was to journal. It's what a difference it has made for me.
Yeah, you can't care what people think. You just get out there. Be happy. Everything.
Yes, Keisha's talking about. I didn't want to say it. I wanted Keisha to say it. And you know, Keisha, I know what she was saying about, and you know, that's like with me when I was on one job that was like 14 years. But I was saying to Keisha, and she knows to remain prayerful. You know, God don't put on us a bit more than we can bear. You know, just turn her face. You know, put her trust and faith in God where it matters the most, and He will see you through, Keisha. It'll get better. I always say that things can't get no worse. They has to get better. They won't stay the same always.
That's so true.
But I know, Keisha, if you see anything like me, 26 years is a long time. It's a very long time. It's 26 plus years. But He'll see her through, though. She'll make it. All that doesn't make her weak will make her stronger.
I'd rather have
real proof than say something. See,
yes,
I think that's what he's saying, proof.
Yep.
Yep, I'm not too bad. Been struggling with my mental health recently, to be honest. Okay, I hear what you're saying. So what we want to just say to our chick is remain, you know, prayerful. If she believes in God, you know, like I say, you know, trust and believe. You know, I usually pray and pray. You know, some people go to church, some people turn to God in prayer. You know, but we're gonna keep you in our prayers and thoughts. Because you know, sometimes it can be trying for people. That's why I say you have to be careful. You know how we treat people. We don't have no inkling as to what it is that they are going through. So I like to call it, just be kind. It doesn't hurt to be kind.
Absolutely. Gotta figure out what to do
next. Yes. And you know what, Keisha, you will figure it out. You will figure it out. You will be surprised. It's gonna come. Absolutely, it's gonna come. Liberating.
Praying for you, Rock Chick.
Mhm.
Yes, we're sending our prayers.
Yes, we are praying for you, Rock Chick. That time.
Well, thank you for the time you
And
spent
this
with
video,
us for Frugamo. We
yes,
appreciate
wellness, we
it.
appreciate you. Because we were saying wellness. We know people have the kids, the little ones, work, whatever it is. It's your time, and so just by you being here, whether that be 5 minutes to, we were saying earlier, doesn't mean that you love us any less or you don't love us any more. If you stay 2 or 3 hours, we appreciate you more than you know. And with that being said, you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow in your live. I'll be there.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
You're welcome. One Destiny. If we ever met in person, people are gonna we're gonna cut up singing dance. Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. I
Mhm.
cannot wait.
Mhm.
Like we said,
Mhm.
if you're new here and you're listening, first thing we said when we did our channel was we want to build a friendship with all of our supporters, and we want to
That's
dance and sing with you guys too. We
That's
can't
what
wait
we
to meet
truly wanna
everyone.
do. I don't, and I say this with utmost respect. I'm not really, and don't get me wrong. I don't want to downplay it. I want to be successful here on YouTube, but I think what matters the most to me is when I see people like Keisha and Shantireman and Wellness and Rock Chick, Pandy, like real, Pandy, real friendship. That's what's most important to me. Real, genuine friendship.
Absolutely.
Because YouTube can go away tomorrow, and what would we have left? But when it's speaking that if you wasn't doing YouTube, what would you be doing?
Yeah, let us know.
If this is your main thing that you're doing, maybe some others might have a job, but if you wasn't doing YouTube on the side, what do you see yourself doing?
Good question. Good question.
I am going to jump off, ladies. I got to get a video together before professional. Prince go. Yes. And Keisha, I'm glad. Notice what Keisha said, Prince. I say his name is Prince Goga now. When he speak, we listen. Keisha, my friend, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate more than you know. You've always been, from day one that I met Keisha, she learned about the mother and daughter duo. She's always been very supportive of us. Keisha, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you so very much. It means more to us than you know. And we're going to be calling on you real soon. Because Keisha said, don't call us. Call me. Keisha, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Yes. Shantarman said to Keisha, thank God for the new and better job that we have
I've already
blessed you with. You just haven't gotten it yet.
Because
Absolutely.
I think what I'm going to further elaborate on what Michelle just said. In order to claim something, you have to be able to name it. So you already claim it. At the next job, whatever God see fit to me, I'm claiming it right now. He knows what we need before we even ask.
That's the reason why he closed that door and opened
No, but that is if he closed it,
it's just that it takes us some time to realize what's happening.
Yes,
but
it's something
by the
better
time
around the corner.
Like, what's going on? He's like,
yeah, here you go.
It's already something.
I know my job, but if it wasn't doing this, I would love to be a counselor. Okay. And you know what, Rock Chick, I'm going to say this to you with the utmost respect. We was doing, like, I was hearing Rock Chick talk. I love accent. Yeah. Rock Chick, we love to hear you talk. I was in the kitchen and I was listening to that Rock Chick, and I was like, oh my God. Love it.
Thank you. You guys are so warm.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Hello, good night.
Yes, good night.
Everyone, I'm signing off.
We enjoy the live as usual. Play my house.
Debbie,
I appreciate you more than you know. You've been here for us since day 1 too, and we appreciate you. Thank you so very much. You have a wonderful evening. And I'll see Debbie. She'll be going to get ready for Starbucks in the morning.
Frank said TikTok.
Yes,
we do have a TikTok. If you guys want to follow us, that is it on the bottom.
And we got to get over. And I guess Frank, I'm going to apologize to you. I guess you said Wanda and Destiny is not over there. It's not that. It's
We just got to get ourselves.
I forget. First of all, I haven't been on TikTok in forever.
Yeah, me too.
Frank, and again, we told you we have over 1,100 followers
We just
on
haven't gotten through.
TikTok, and we got to get over. It's just that I don't really go on the TikTok, but because Frank support us here, I'm gonna have to make it my business to get over TikTok. And you know what, Frank? Matter of fact, I'm buddy gonna have you to hold me to my word. As of tomorrow, I'm coming over to start supporting you there on TikTok.
Yes,
Because
follow us,
I
guys.
because I downloaded the app
Mhm.
for so that I can follow Frank
and also have
on
it on my phone
TikTok.
as well.
And we're gonna go over because I was in like when I'm in a waiting area, whatever I'm doing. In the meantime,
we can go
between-
live on
I
other
can be
platforms to help to
supporting
connect with
Frank.
everybody
Frank, I'm
else.
coming over. Count on it.
Follow us, guys. It's the Mother and Daughter Duel the way it says on the bottom.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you so much. You're going to get me emotional in a
Emotional.
minute.
Yes, yeah, Rock-Chick,
Yes.
it's an understatement. I
Mhm.
love to hear you talk.
Absolutely.
I think Rock-Chick was celebrating. Rock-Chick is gonna get me. Rock-Chick, Rock-Chick was talking about celebrating 2 years being monetized. Rock-Chick is going to kill me, but I know it was something that she was celebrating her monetization, or she'll help me to figure out.
Absolutely. Instagram,
Oh,
our Instagram is our
yes,
handle name, the Mother
yes,
and Daughter
mhm.
Duel, exactly how you see it on the
Mhm.
bottom as well.
Mhm.
Follow us, guys. We're gonna be
Mhm.
venturing out as well.
Mhm. And again, Frank, like we said, we don't even have no inkling as to what we're going to do on TikTok, but we do, like I said, we do know
Have fun.
we have 1,100 people
Mhm.
or more on TikTok that
Yeah.
us followers there. We haven't. I think we posted a video maybe about a year ago,
Yeah.
and we haven't, Frank, been back since.
Mhm.
Hello, Charity. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
First time here, so we
Mhm.
appreciate you for coming.
Mhm.
Oliver Bradley's fun. Is this now?
Yes.
This is right here,
Mhm.
right now.
Yes, right now.
I just
clicked
clicked
on the
something on my phone
and
and
it
this came
came
up.
up.
Yes,
appreciate you.
indeed. We appreciate you for being here.
And so, Rock-Chick, before when you came in,
Mhm.
for the few people that's joining us, we were talking about if you're in a relationship
Mhm.
with your significant other or husband, and your best friend
Knew
knew
that your partner was
that your
cheating.
partner was cheating,
Mhm.
would
Would
you
you-
keep that to yourself?
Would you hope that the person told you, or vice versa? Would you tell
Keep
them?
or would you just keep it to yourself?
Yeah.
What would you do, Rock-Chick, with that information? Some people said, I'm just going to mind my business. But for me, in my opinion, I'm going to have to run and tell Ron that his wife is cheating on him. I'm going to run and tell.
Yes.
Mhm.
Rock-Chick Beauty said, my 3 years, my
3 years.
channel.
I knew it was
Yes,
something. Mhm.
Yes,
I'm going to have to run and tell.
Mhm.
I'm going to tell.
I have watched both of your videos.
Yes, that and Frank, we only have but the two.
Yes, we only have.
And Frank, you notice one of them, I'm listening at Teddy.
Mm-hmm. And the thing, they took music off of TikTok now because TikTok doesn't want to pay.
And what is up with that, Frank? That that you
Yeah.
can't play.
I don't know if
music
it's fixed now or what, but wow. So now I've been doing YouTube officially
Actually,
4
4
years
years
now.
now.
That's a long time.
That's a long
That's
time.
pretty
Mhm.
cool.
Hello. Hi, Hadar.
Hi.
We appreciate you being here.
First time here, so we
Mhm.
appreciate you. as
No, I don't
always.
believe this is our first time.
Oh,
I think
let us know if you're new.
we may have seen him before. And I should be connected, I think, with Hadar. Either I should be connected or I'm missing him because we follow over 100 and some people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, I was saying because
But I will get over. I'm
I
going to
was-
make it my business.
I was saying because I know sometimes people come over to our channel, but until they go live, that will be their first time entering into our
okay.
live. So,
All right.
first time in our live,
I'm
celebrating
celebrating his
7K today.
Wait a minute, hold up. Ron, you're saying to me that you hit 7,000 subscribers today?
What?
Wow, Ron, congratulations. And may you be
Congrats.
blessed with the next 3,000. Let's get you to 10,000. Wow, congratulations. That's a lot.
Whoa,
That is
7,000
a lot.
supporters.
Frank said, I'm a whole different funny person on that app than you two.
Yes.
I'm coming over, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
coming over.
Wait,
What?
Wait, I watch
Wait a minute.
it.
Is Brian saying, wait, what, to see what he said about the topic? I think let's see, tell Ron how it goes.
We will reiterate the topic. So guys, if you were in a relationship or your marriage, whatever, and you have a best friend, and your best friend knows that your partner is cheating on you, would you like for your best friend to let you know? Or if the roles were reversed, would you want to let your best friend know, hey, your partner's doing such and such behind your back? Well, come on now, guys.
So in
you
other
gotta
words,
be honest.
Ron and his wife is married,
Mhm,
and Ron knew that his best friend was cheating
mhm,
on his girlfriend.
mhm,
Would Ron go and tell the girlfriend, or would you just mind your business?
Mhm.
Or Ron, would you go talk to your best friend and say, man, you know this is not right.
This
You
is-
shouldn't be cheating on Cynthia.
Yeah.
Or Ryan gonna say, no, I'm just minding my business. I'm staying out of it. I
Or-
have nothing to do with this.
Yes. For anyone who didn't hear. Yes, I have been here a few times.
Okay.
Okay.
You probably, I think I kind of remember this. You may not, but I
I
think
so.
I
I
may
apologize.
have remember.
Walter speaking to Hagar. Yeah, it was kind of surprised how the shorts really hit me the last few days. Guys,
Wow.
do those shorts. They work. I'm
They
telling
work.
you.
Yeah, the shorts. There's no doubt about it. We went viral twice in one day,
Mhm.
so we know that they work.
Yeah.
They work. And it's amazing because you can record the simplest thing,
Mhm,
and what you think may not go viral,
mhm.
that would be the one. I remember we did one where they were showing a Batmobile. It went close to being viral, but we just did one with the Flatron build, and it got 3,000 views.
Yeah.
And we went into a Lego store, and we just scanned the whole store, and lo and behold, it went viral.
Yeah.
So they work.
Don't overthink it.
They work over. Yes.
Y'all can do reactions. Put some of your videos on there.
short, so
You
people
can show
the
your love.
over
Yeah.
on TikTok.
I think as a content creator, I know you may not want to, but it is helpful to have different platforms because people who are on TikTok may not necessarily want to come over to YouTube, but they really like you. So they're like, hey, like get on TikTok or get on Snapchat. So we finally decided to get on all platforms because we want to just be to connect with
But
everyone.
7,000 subscribers is a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff.
I heard the topic. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Mostly you
Keep
want to be
going,
deep
keep
on
going,
down.
keep going.
Let's see if I keep losing. Where was I? Okay. Shajara saying congratulations, Father Bradley's.
I will be making sure the person who was cheating on knew cheating is cheating. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, the moment someone decides to cheat, the relationship is overdone. Rock shake, me and you on the same page.
Yeah, that's it.
We are on the same page. There is no ifs and buts about it.
Absolutely.
It's over the moment you cheated. I've been involved too much with this topic too many times in my life. I hear you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I sing and dance in the
Yeah,
reactions on TikTok. I mean, that's what TikTok was originally the concept for. So, yeah. Candy saying congratulations to Follow the Bradley's Fun. What else says Rock Chick?
My last wife, she was cheating on me, though I never found out. But that was the first time, and I suspect not. I hear you.
Yeah, that's the thing I was saying earlier about, you know, even if you don't find out, that person could still be doing something deceitful behind your back. So the whole cheating thing sucks. It absolutely does. Because the person could just leave. I know it sounds, you know, over, but the person could literally say, hey Mike, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm leaving. Bye.
Well, there's sometimes you don't tell the truth. As I said at the beginning, some people can't handle the truth.
So
you can tell people, and like I said again earlier, I've seen people threaten suicide. If you leave me, this is what I'm gonna do. I've heard people use the fact that I'm pregnant, you can't leave me. Now,
Yeah.
people come up with all type of stunts and all this stuff.
It's just a plot. It's just a
Mhm.
plot. Some people will fight you over the relationship. And remember when Frey said they'll shoot you?
Yes, it brings it. They'll shoot you too.
Oh boy, Lord. I'm dabbling in
TikTok,
TikTok, Instagram,
Instagram,
active on Facebook and X. It's hard to keep up with.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, just try to post, a little bit here and there to keep it, going. Thank you all.
Yes.
Yes, you're welcome. Hi, Latoya.
Latoya, that guys, the person that just entered into my live, she's an awesome content creator. If you go over there and visit her on her in her go over to visit her channel, she's helping you grow your channel. She has a follower of sometimes Latoya can have as many as 200 and 300 people in her life. So if you want to grow your channel, she has a great support team over there. Go over and check her out. She's a very beautiful soul. So guys, if you haven't made the connection with Miss Latoya Dolly, the person that you see on the screen, I challenge you to do so. She helps you over there.
And
So go
also
over
let
it.
us know
Yes.
how you're doing.
How you doing today, Latoya, this evening? Latoya, this is usually not the time we go live. Destiny and I was just saying we're flirting with different time zones. Usually when we go at our time of the day, which is around 6 or so, we usually have a better, much fuller live at that time. We just playing with time now. Hmm.
Mark said I've been cheated on 3 times.
And honestly, it hurts.
It sucks. People can just leave. I don't get it. Of course, if it's Ross.
Dear.
Wait, now that Ron has brought that up, do you guys believe
Mhm.
that they were on a break? Do you think
No.
they were on a break?
Oh no.
That's been the
Gonna drink my
world-
Rolling on my business.
I don't know. I want to know if they were on a break. Was Ross and Rachel ever on a break? Let us know
Mhm.
from the show Friends. Thanks, host. Of course,
Yes,
you're welcome.
That's the truth. She Latoya has a nice channel. She has a very nice channel. Like I said, a host of followers. So if you want to grow your channel, by all means. We always say that you connect with one another, with just a few people that's here. I'm doing okay, mother. We are doing okay, Latoya. We
Yes.
okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
So basically, we're not going to talk about
All right. I don't get people that cheat. When they cheat, the way I see it, yeah. If there's problem communicating with each other, it can be
it
fixed.
can be fixed.
No
Mhm.
need
No
to
need
cheat.
Yes, it can be fixed. Even if they're turning around and sleeping with a different girl at night, you break up. It's
So gross.
Yes.
It really
Like,
is.
mhm.
That is the people that you about relationships when they know their mate is cheating.
Yes.
So Ross was for sure in the wrong and clearly did not truly love Rachel. Absolutely. But guys, we have come to the end.
End of the road.
We have come to the end of the road, guys.
Because guys, again, with respect to you all here, we don't even have no ink. But we do. We know why we're here.
Mhm.
Because again, as we said earlier, we're playing with different time zones, and we are amazed that just a few people is here when we don't normally do our lives at this time. So we appreciate you more than but we're not going to hold you
Mhm.
because we know that whether there's school, whether there's kids, whatever it is that you want to do with your time, it's yours to do what it is that you want to do with it. and we appreciate you more than we know, than you know. And
Yes.
so we're gonna close here, guys. Unless you have something that you want to say,
Mhm.
enjoy what our
Part of the
court
Loud
girls.
Girls.
Yes, Rock Chick, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Again, we appreciate you. And so unless someone has something to say, we're going to get ready to close out because we are guys getting a little sleepy. So we've come to the end of the road, but I can't let go.
Not sure you belong to Galvanti.
He's singing Boy Rod. Rod is singing Boys to Men.
Break means I want to cheat on you, but I'm not actually going to tell you read
what
between.
to do.
Yes, it does.
Did
Absolutely,
you,
I agree with that.
Could you go back to this for a minute? We've come to the end of the road again. It's wow, it's got some serious issues. Ron said you belong to me. I believe it, Frank. But I mean, Ron is singing Boys to Men the end of the room. Oh, man, you know what? Now, with that being said, with what Ron just said and what Frank said earlier about it, you know, people, they might put me in the mental hospital because I'm going to now be laughing at what Ron said when I'm somewhere, I'm at the weirdest place, I'm going to break out. And then what Frank said, I'm going to break out at the weirdest place.
A breaking, well, yeah, that's so true,
Break
Frank.
means I want to cheat on you, but not going to actually tell you, read between them. Yes. Yeah, that, you know what Frank says, to be all seriousness, that's exactly Frank what it means.
Yeah.
In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to be cheating.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it means. There's no ifs and buts about it.
Yeah.
I said, I love watching Boys to Men. To the
come here.
Yes, I enjoy catching you through the night. Thank you, Fanny.
It's hard to say
Say
goodbye.
goodbye.
Good time that makes.
Hey, Rob, what is that? The other night that when we had the live.
Yeah.
Ron, was it last night? No, the other night.
The other night, yeah.
Ron, I didn't know that Ron could be as serious because I'm always seeing him, you know, do
He's
the
definitely a
things
very serious and funny person at the same time.
It's so hard to say this. I said, babe, it's like, oh my God, Ron,
careful.
Ron is gonna kill
Girl,
me.
that deliciousness.
Girl, Dad, when you were night, she sent us that she had a channel because if so, I'm having a hard time finding it.
Yeah. So listen.
When we get to see forever, I hope it's worth all the pain. God, you know what?
Ron has got to be
Ron
the
got
funniest.
jokes tonight. Wow. Now Ron, the other night he was serious, but tonight Ron
Ron
got
is
some
a very. You ever met that
it's
person
a
that's extremely
natural.
serious but then
Yes.
extremely funny? You don't know what they expect of them. You just have to
And
just go with
Ron,
the flow.
Ron, let me ask you something if I may, friend. When is the next time you go on live? Ron was doing some voices. I want to know if Ron can do for me Papa and Winnie the Pooh. Serious though, voice to be performed every year at Epcot. Okay. In the fall. Okay. See that we didn't know. Okay. I would love to hear Ron do Papa and Winnie the Pooh.
Facts. Popeye, yes.
Popeye, yes. I
Popeye
want to
the
hear.
sailor.
Ron, when is the next time you going live?
Let us know.
Hey, hello guys. It's a rainy morning in Mombasa, Kenya.
Hope everyone is fine. Yes,
Oh,
we're doing
wow.
wonderful.
And I usually see and I think it's Anwar. Is what is that his name or is they separate? But
I think it's.
I'm seeing him in the lives with Ifiko, Latoya, just I can't see. I'm seeing him in the lives.
Well, hi. Thank you for coming over. Since it's your first time being here, we appreciate you, and also let us know how you're doing. I did Winnie on my last vlog.
Oh, I missed it.
Gotta definitely check that out.
The one about Rafiki's Planet Watch. Yes. Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what you.
I don't know. You
We
saw
saw the
what weirdness
weirdness
happened on my
that
last
live.
live. No, but I heard Ron.
That scared the
I
ish out of
think
me.
Ron was saying he was doing some character, or he was making some voice.
I know I was on the live with Ron was doing that too a couple of lives back. So
Yeah,
it
he
was so
was-
funny.
Mhm.
So funny. Hi Eric. How are you doing today?
Hi, Eric. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
We're doing good, and you? Because of that, I completely deleted the live off my channel.
Okay.
No.
Oh, I said he deleted it. Okay, Ron, you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for the time you have
Thank you,
spent.
Ryan. We appreciate you.
So yes, guys, we're gonna go ahead and let you guys go.
Yes.
Have a wonderful
Wonderful
rest
evening.
of your night,
Mhm.
and we love you, dual team. We will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.